Back in Victorian times, there was a local boy who went from wild swimming in this river to becoming the first man on record to swim the English Channel. Find out who that sporting hero was and where he hailed from in just a moment. The desire to spend more time together is driving today's house hunters' search for a new home in the countryside.
And it's actually the same colour scheme as all of my bedding and
Or it's a sign.
put everything in. This could be a sign, it could be a sign.
Luckily, our lineup of properties delivers generously.
This is lovely.
No, this is nice. It's giving and giving and giving a bit more.
Today I'm in Shropshire on the banks of the River Severn near the village of Dawley, which was the birthplace in 1848 of Captain Matthew Webb, who aged 27 became a national sporting hero when he swam across the English Channel unaided in just 22 hours. Tragically, his luck did not hold out in 1883 when he attempted to swim the Niagara Falls Rapids and lost his life. His memorial in Dawley reads, "Nothing great is easy," and that pretty much sums up the spirit and self-belief of Victorian times, which is so imbued in the towns and villages of Shropshire. Lying in the West Midlands region, Shropshire is England's largest inland county. It borders North Wales to the west, Cheshire to the north, and Herefordshire to the south. Known for its spectacular countryside, it also remains one of the least populated counties, with a rich cultural heritage dating back to the Romans. In fact, Wroxeter was once the fourth largest city in Roman Britain. Lying at the heart of the England-Wales borderlands known as the Welsh Marches, it has one of the largest concentration of castles anywhere in the UK. After the conquest of 1066, major estates in the area were granted to the Normans, and many defensive castles were built at this time, including Ludlow, Shrewsbury and Whittington, originally a motte and bailey castle, a style introduced by the Normans. The county's heritage is preserved in its market towns and villages. Ironbridge, set on the River Severn at the heart of the gorge, is hailed as the birthplace of the Industrial Revolution. Areas of outstanding natural beauty include the Ludlow and Shropshire Hills, making this county the perfect place for lovers of history and the great outdoors. If you're looking for an affordable slice of country living, then Shropshire might be your place. The average price for a detached house here in the county is £290,000, which is nearly £30,000 less than the average figure. The Shropshire Hills area to the south commands higher prices, but if you go a little north towards Oswestry or west to the Welsh border, your money goes a lot further. Now, our couple this week have been scouring the county for some time for their ideal country home, so let's meet them. Keen house hunters Simon and Katie want to find a home nearer to Simon's work so they can spend more time together. Currently, the couple who live in Newbury in Berkshire only see each other at the weekends, since Simon's job as head of sales moved him away to Shropshire.
It's really difficult with Simon being away. It's difficult for both of us, not just me. I think you tend to live the life of a single person when you're on your own for 4 days a week, and if you're in a hotel you tend to get a bit institutionalised, really.
It's a big step for Katie, who's leaving not just a job she loves as office manager in a biotech company, but also her 3 grown-up children and her grandchildren.
Even though it's just for the 2 of us, we will be looking for a property that's got a lot of flexible space, because we're going to be moving away from all of our friends, and we rather hope that they'll come up and stay. So we're looking for some space for entertaining as well. But we have our conference suite, don't we, where we discuss things.
Yes.
The hot tub.
It was our first purchase, actually, when we moved into the house. We bought a summer house and a hot tub. If we could have had pots of tea in there as well, it would have been brilliant.
It would. Wine's better, though.
Married 7 years ago, they had already moved into their current house and spent 2.5 years completely renovating it. They did such a good job that it sold on the first viewing, and they've been busy property shopping ever since.
The sort of area that we're looking to relocate to, I would describe as being north, west or south of Shropshire. We've been trawling around the area and found some really lovely villages there.
Neither like to sit around watching the grass grow. They'd rather be outside planting it and growing their own food.
Gardening is actually very relaxing, and I think
It's us time as well,
it's
isn't
us
it?
time. There's no phones, there's no other people. We've had some of our nicest moments out in the front garden,
Knee deep in mud.
knee deep in mud, and you just come in at the end of the day. You're a bit sore, you're a bit achy, but you've achieved something. And then a couple of months later, you achieve it again
Because you eat it.
because you eat it.
They both enjoy entertaining friends and are enthusiastic cooks who also love to exercise.
We like walking. Well, you particularly like
I
walking.
love walking.
We both like cycling for pleasure. I also mountain bike, but also getting out on the motorbike as well. So nice country roads, beautiful scenery. Yeah, it's really important to us to get out into the countryside.
Not only is this active couple looking for a change of location, they'd also like to be part of a community.
We don't have a village pub.
Village community.
And it is the heart of the community, isn't it, really? We don't really have that here. It would be nice to be able to sort of go out in the morning and say hi to people. And there's silly things like you've got your eye on lawnmower racing and this kind of thing. Simon's ambition is to own a sit and ride mower.
With their house sold, they are raring to go.
One of the things I'm looking forward to about the move is a feeling of being settled. We're not just looking for a house, we're looking for a home.
With no future fixed abode, the pressure's on to find Simon and Katie a Shropshire country home no more than an hour's commute from Simon's work in Telford. I'm meeting them to hear more.
Welcome to Shropshire, guys. Although,
you.
Simon, you've been here quite a lot recently.
I have been here quite a lot, yes. The company I've been working for has been here for quite a long time.
That's driving the move, isn't it? So that you can be close to your work.
It's the sole reason, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's about quality of life.
Although this is not the first time you've been up. You've looked at quite a few places.
Yes, several days over various weekends, and it's been a long process.
Yeah.
What is it that you're looking for? It's run by the spec.
Big priority for me, a garden. I love growing vegetables, I enjoy being outside, and I'd quite like to keep chickens again. That's not a given, but definitely a veg patch.
Top of my list is a garage
For your motorbike.
for my motorbike.
I think we did a list once of his top priorities, and I think I came third after the motorbike and the mountain bike, which I was quite pleased with, to be honest. So.
What is it that you're looking for in the house specifically?
Decent sized kitchen. We like to entertain, and obviously we're leaving all our friends and family behind. So when they do come up, they're going to come up for a weekend or a few days.
And do you like a kind of kitchen diner, or do you like a separate dining room?
Kitchen diner. Kitchen diner.
In terms of bedrooms, how many are we looking at?
Minimum of 3, ideally 4. I think we'd like something with a bit of character, but I think we're open to most things.
Yes.
When we've been looking, we've gone from one extreme to another.
We know we now have to be open to a little bit more flexibility than we were when we came up here with our exact list. We understand now that it has to be a wish list rather than a requirement.
And where do you want to be in relation to other people? Do you want to be out in the middle of nowhere? Or?
I think the desire is to be rural but connected. So edge of village space would be, I think, ideal. Love to be near a pub.
Just for the community aspect.
And remind us again of your top budget.
Absolute ceiling of 500,000.
We've got some lovely houses lined up,
Okay.
and it's exciting to show you. So hopefully they will fit the bill.
So do I.
Come with us.
Okay.
With a top budget of £500,000, Simon and Katie need a 4-bedroom detached house with a large open-plan kitchen for entertaining. Katie must have a large garden and Simon wants a garage for his bikes. They'd both like to be walking distance from a pub and local community. We've uncovered a great variety of properties for Simon and Katie to view, and afterwards I'll be asking them to guess the price. The last offering, the Mystery House, has been chosen to challenge their thinking. Our first property is under a 10-minute drive away from Simon's work in Telford, as it's set on the edge of Shifnal. This historic market town may have inspired two British writers. Charles Dickens is thought to have featured local buildings in his novel The Old Curiosity Shop, and it's believed to have been the basis for P.G. Woodhouse's fictional town of Market Blandings. There are a handful of pubs, restaurants and shops, as well as a thriving community and a monthly farmers' market. A mile and a half away is Middle Wyke, where we find house number 1.
So this is our first offering.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's got those
It's got that
windows
lovely
and
green
doors.
colour.
Green colour. Wow.
Oh, I wasn't
We like
expecting
that
the colour.
colour.
Ah, very good. So lots to say about this property. So it's a sort of like acid test. As you probably guessed, these are all agricultural buildings from the Victorian era. The big house is behind, and these would have been, this is the granary, this would have been the stables on the other side.
It's certainly got the character.
Yeah?
Certainly.
Should we look inside?
Let's.
OK.
Built around 1900, this former granary was transformed into a Hanson family home back in 2003. The renovation, which took 2 years, retained many of the original features, which I think will appeal to Simon and Katie.
Got a dining area here, but I want to take you through into this big space.
Wow.
Oh, yes.
That's nice.
Surprisingly big when you get
It
inside,
is.
because it's the full width of the property. It was just a shell. So they kind of reclaimed some of the beams. These were some of the original beams, and then
log
rebuilt
burner.
everything else. Yeah, these are actually electric fires in both hearths, but working flues, so you could put a real fire in.
You can see the age of the property from the depth of the windowsills as well. They're amazing.
It flows.
Yeah.
It flows really well.
And again, you've got a kind of a sort of slightly L-shaped room. You've got the double doors through into what they're using as a dining room.
I think I would probably put the dining room in here.
And that matches in with the kitchen. So
It brings everything together.
Does it feel homely? Does it feel like a place you could...
It does.
It doesn't feel like a converted barn. It feels like a home.
It does. Definitely feels like a home.
I'm going to show you upstairs as well, because there's 6 bedrooms here. So lots to play with.
Wow.
Okay.
But first, let's look at this room here.
This spacious kitchen family room is at the centre of the property and provides an adaptable space for hosting social dinners, along with a handy utility. There are more reception rooms either side of the kitchen, with access to the garden.
And then at the back is then this smaller, snugger room.
Oh, this is nice.
No, that's nice, yeah.
The great thing about this is it's got tons of windows and tons of light.
It has.
I like the fact that you can come from, what is essentially an open plan area into that much quieter area. So winter evenings,
Exactly.
nice and
Cosy.
quiet. That's us.
Lots of positive praise so far, so perhaps it's going to be a good fit for them. Upstairs there are 2 more floors. On the first floor is a good-sized double bedroom, as well as a large family bathroom. The 2 single bedrooms both have skylights. Up on the top floor are 2 double bedrooms, which I'm sure will go down well with Katie's grandchildren. Back down on the first floor is the master bedroom at the front of the house, which I'm keen to see what they think of.
So coming in here, they're using this as the master bedroom because it's got an ensuite through there. Quite a big ensuite, actually.
Crikey.
Do you like a bath or are you more shower people?
We did have in our old house a double bath.
You and your hot tubs and baths, you're crazy
It's
for that
chill
stuff.
out time. It's time where you just download from the day or download from the week in his case. No phones, no TV, no radio, and you just actually talk to each other. And this is nice and light. I love the light coming in through the window.
And although it's looking out over the front of the property, because there is nothing out there except the hedgerows and the grass, it's actually a really nice outlook.
It is a beautiful view.
Should we get you out and look at your garden?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Outside, this property may not have lots of space for Simon's bikes, but it does have a vegetable patch for Katie and enough room for their hot tub. All Simon would have to do is build a garage.
As you can see, it's a sort of wraparound, not quite all the way around. Garden on this side, which is very scenic, and as you can see, they've already got a veggie garden at the bottom there. And then here you've got the store cupboard that runs the whole width of that gap, which we thought could temporarily be a home for your motorcycle.
Possibly, yep, possibly from the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay.
lots of possibilities.
Is this about the size you wanted, or is it?
I think so. I think the combination of this area, the area at the front and the area to the side gives you 3 different places. I can have this as a vegetable garden, that can be more of a flower garden. Round the side we could put the hot tub.
No, I can see where we could fit things in. We could always go bigger, but I think it's the way that space is laid out that's the important thing.
The crucial factor, of course, is the price. So what do you think the price of this one is?
I think it's going to be over budget 525.
And I think 485.
If you stick a pin right between those two, you're pretty much spot on. It's on at £500,000. And it's not been on for very long, so there might be some, negotiating room there too.
Brilliant.
So armed with that knowledge, go and explore. There's actually quite a lot to look at outside, and I'll find you at the front and then you can move on.
OK, thank you.
Thank you.
Head on in.
This 6-bedroom former granary is right on budget at £500,000. Its large, open-plan kitchen diner's perfect for entertaining, with plenty of space outside for Katie to grow vegetables. The 10-minute commute to Simon's work would leave them plenty of time to enjoy together.
I think we probably want to put our own sort of kitchen in.
Put our own stamp on the kitchen. But the space would work.
Yeah.
I love the look of the house from the outside. First impression, definite wow factor. I wasn't expecting it to be as light and airy as it is. There's lots of little different character elements to it and things I could really work with.
When we first walked into the house, it had a really nice homely feel to it. I think one of the things that would concern me a little bit is the fact that there isn't an immediate space for the motorbike, but there does seem to be some space, having walked around, that we could do something with.
Are you all done?
We are?
We are.
All right, if you want to pull the door behind you, we will head off into the depths of Shropshire for house number 2.
OK.
OK.
Every year, thousands of visitors come to explore the Shropshire countryside, with its picturesque rivers and rolling hills lying on the borders of England and Wales. We've sent our intrepid cycling enthusiasts to meet mountain bike trail guide Ben Davis, who's going to take them on a mountain bike tour of the Longmynd, which today is shrouded in mist.
The beauty of the Longmynd over a traditional trail centre, the trails, they change every day. If it rains, a different rock might move. There's always going to be sheep, there's going to be different obstacles.
Biggest question, what's the terrain like?
The terrain around here is hilly, it's rocky, there's some steep drops off the sheep tracks that we need to be careful of. So how often do you guys cycle?
Well, I guess I've been mountain biking for probably about 20 years. Katie, you came along sort of when we got married about 10 years ago. I made you sell your old thing and buy
My lovely,
proper
comfortable bike and buy a mountain bike. I tag along behind for the most part.
So then, guys, are we ready to go?
Yeah.
Perfect.
The Longmynd is roughly 7 miles long and 3 miles wide. It's a heath and moorland plateau with a mixture of heather, rushes and grasses, whose series of hills and steep gullies are known locally as batches. Minton Batch is considered one of the best single tracks for biking in the UK. Its naturally undulating trails and stunning scenery lead to some of the best views in England. If you're lucky, on a clear day, you can see all the way to Wales.
The views are just absolutely outstanding.
Are there trails for all abilities, and what about families if somebody's coming here with their family?
Well, we can cater for all levels of riding around here, really. There's certain trails that I wouldn't advise taking young children down, but there's plenty for everybody to have a go at. And the beauty of it is, if you want to ride really fast down them, then they can become very technical, but if you take it nice and steady and slow, then they're very safe.
The National Trust, in partnership with other groups, have produced an easy-to-follow trail map. Polebank, the highest point of Longmynd, is 516 metres above sea level. There are dozens of ancient burial and Bronze Age sites, including dykes and barrows along the trails, all adding to the mountain bike experience.
So then, guys, how have you found today?
Oh, it's been awesome. Absolutely awesome. The terrain has been fantastic. The weather, the scenery, everything is absolutely mind-blowing. It really is great.
Yeah.
How have you found it, love?
Oh, it's been brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And I'm really looking forward to doing it a bit more often.
Oh, this is just awesome. Doesn't get much better.
After an invigorating journey across the countryside on 2 wheels, it's time to press on with our property search. Our second house is in the village of Adderley on the Shropshire-Cheshire border, a 35-minute drive from Telford. A few miles away, the village of Audlam, sitting on the Shropshire Union Canal, is perfect for walking, whether it's to a pub or one of the canal's 15 locks. It's also popular with cyclists, who meet informally at the Old Priest House Cafe. Along with pubs and independent shops, it has its own music and arts festival. Back on the edge of the village of Adderley is this splendid proposition.
Now, what do you think of this?
Look at that chimney.
That's nice.
OK, first impression's very good.
You've got a single garage.
Yeah.
What are your first impressions of the outside in terms of style?
It's really pretty. Really pretty. I love the porch. That's a really pretty feature. And as you say, the chimney is very ornate.
Let's have a look inside.
OK.
This attractive character home, once part of a larger estate, is thought to date back to the early 1800s. There's a single garage big enough for Simon's motorbike and maybe even a ride-on mower. The entrance through the porch leads into a bright, large hallway with a high ceiling.
Feast your eyes on this.
This is nice.
OK, that's more like it.
That's nice.
Yep.
Oh, there's a smile on your face now.
That's nice.
That's nice.
Table. Ours would fit.
Look at that, yeah.
Lounge.
Isn't this great? All these bifold doors looking out over into the garden.
This is lovely.
Big fan of bifolds.
Bring the outside in.
Yeah. It's good,
Really
isn't it?
lovely.
And there's underfloor heating here as well, so this part is underfloor heating.
No, loving that. Loving the light, loving the space. Entertaining.
Yes.
Just got entertaining written all over it.
Hasn't it
Absolutely.
just?
Yep.
Absolutely.
The sympathetic high-spec extension done 7 years ago is clearly winning them over.
Come on into the kitchen, it's beautifully done.
This is a nice space.
No, it's very well done. And the option of a separate table for breakfasting and more formal dining area. So, yeah,
But it does just flow, doesn't it?
very nice.
The utility room, got a nice utility room back there that was the original kitchen, but nice and bright.
It is.
And more bifold doors, or sort of French doors going out into the garden that side as well.
It is. It's lovely. Really nice. I love the light airiness of it all.
Good blend of character with modern contemporary.
Absolutely.
At the far end of this open-plan living space is a comfortable sitting room with a huge fireplace.
This, I guess, is the snug area around a great big 12-kilowatt log burner.
I love the
Lush.
fireplace.
Interestingly, the stone and the hearth here was culled from an old station. It was a station platform,
Oh, right.
and the beam comes from France.
It's beautiful. It's dried and cracked and got a lot of character to that. I like it in that it's open plan, but it brings you into a smaller space than it is.
I like that. It's
Which
cosy.
which is something we like that. Just an area to retire to from dinner.
We could just move into this.
Yeah. Downstairs, you've got one ensuite guest bedroom on this floor, and then more upstairs. Let's have a look.
Excellent.
This well-laid-out 5-bedroomed house with its downstairs ensuite bedroom has 4 more upstairs, all leading off the galleried landing. There's a large modern family bathroom, 1 single used as a study, and 2 double bedrooms currently used as singles, perfect for friends and family. The far end is an impressive master and ensuite, part of the more recent extension.
Well, this is lovely and light.
Big and bright and long, with a little ensuite at the end.
It's just incredibly light.
Plenty of head height. That's lovely. And it's actually the same colour scheme as all of my bedding and
Or it's a sign.
put everything in. It could be a sign. It could be a sign.
As a house, it's a move into do-nothing house.
Which is what we need after all the things we've been doing.
Now, the outside, I think it's a corker, but I need to get your seal of approval, Katie, so let's come look.
So far, the space and style have received high praise, and I think they'll be open to what's on offer outside.
Oh, I love doing this. Bit of bifold action.
I love a bifold door.
Straight out into your lovely garden.
Coming in at just under a half acre, the garden already has a ready-made vegetable patch and is currently home to chickens.
I Ah, I do love this garden actually because it's got elevation. You've got the views over the houses and the trees.
Sit and ride mower.
Is it big enough? Is it big enough?
Yeah, why
We can do
not?
sit and ride mower.
But it's a handsome building from the back. Lovely entertaining space.
I think it's lovely.
What about the price though? How much do you think this one is on the market for?
Well, I think probably about 480,000.
I was going to say £480,000 as well, so I'm going to say 481,000.
So this house up on the Cheshire border is on the market for £465,000.
Goodness
Oh.
me.
Okay, inside the budget.
Inside the budget.
We like inside the
We
budget.
like inside the budget, definitely. I
Good,
could
good.
buy you your ride on mower.
That's facts to take into your consideration as you stroll around your potential new house and see what you think.
Thank you.
£35,000 under budget, this beautifully renovated character property provides high-spec open-plan living and 5 bedrooms in total. The all-important outside space already has a vegetable patch, space for the hot tub, and is in a lovely village setting.
First impression, really pretty house. Really pretty.
Really impressive, lots of character. The chimneys for me are just amazing. Really just exuded exactly what we're looking for and feel in a property. Really, really good.
The bedroom, I could just move everything into it. The colour scheme's the same. Our furniture is a similar colour scheme. There's lots of things that would just fit beautifully here. And a garage,
And a garage.
which is important.
I had to tear you away from this one. Good vibes?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, really good vibes.
Yeah, lots to like about that.
Excellent. Well, that's us done for the day. So let's go rest.
It's the second day of our house hunt in Shropshire, and the pressure's on to find Simon and Katie from Newbury in Berkshire a new home for their budget of £500,000, mindful of Simon's commute to Telford. Coming up, could the location of our mystery house be a step too far?
As you can see, it's quite remote.
Feels very secluded.
And I go in search of the good life.
Come on, piggies. Woohoo! Piggy heaven. Day 2 of our house hunt, and a little bird tells me that Simon and Katie have had a restless night thinking about the houses we showed them yesterday. Simon particularly has these reservations about the house that I thought they'd love. So we'll find out more about this, and we're going to visit the mystery house, which may knock the others out of the water. So I hear you were tossing and turning through the night.
A little bit.
Because you were sort of up in the air about the second house yesterday.
Yeah, it just seemed a bit remote.
I could see us living there. The garden was just, it just fitted everything that I wanted.
What do you think about the mystery house, and what do you think we might show you?
I think it's going to be something that's going to challenge both of us. Possibly something that might need a bit of work doing to it.
I try really hard not to speculate, so let's just, blank mind. Let's just wait and see.
Very wise, very zen.
If Simon thought our last house was remote, I wonder what he's going to make of today's mystery house in the hamlet of Stoke-on-Tern. The closest amenities can be found 4 miles away in the town of Market Drayton. The charter for the market was granted by Henry III in 1245. It's been running weekly since then, and it's a popular draw for the community. There are many fine historic black and white timber frame buildings here, and it's also dubbed the home of gingerbread, which is said to have arrived during the Crusades. Back in the quiet hamlet of Stoke-on-Tern, our mystery proposition serves up the ultimate rural setting.
Have a look at your mystery house.
Oh gosh.
So Simon, you were very zen, you were like, I'm not going to guess. Now you're seeing it. What are your thoughts?
Very idyllic, isn't it?
This is really pretty.
It is very, very pretty.
So we've stayed up in the north of the county, but it's a very different offering. As you can see, it's quite remote. So it's not in the middle of a village.
Feels very secluded, but I'm only seeing one story and a bit.
Yeah, that is the twist. It was the coach house for the big rectory, which is the building up on the hill, and has been majorly redeveloped in the last 10 years. So we're essentially looking at a one and a bit storied house. It's all really on one level, and it has a gigantic double garage.
Okay, well, we never stipulated it had to be more than one story,
And as you get older and the knees go,
Yeah. It's actually a bit disconcerting because there are actually several upstairs options. Let's have a look inside.
This mystery house was built during the Regency era in 1820. To the right of the entrance hall, where horses were once stabled, is the sitting room, which is also used for dining.
It's the main sitting room. It's L-shaped, and you've got the whole width of the property at this end.
yeah,
It's not big, but
it's
does it need to be?
no, it's cosy.
Now, the thing about this property is that it's not the big open-plan modern, because we gave you that yesterday. But there is scope for opening it up. For example, behind this wall here, these is a set of porches, utility rooms that go out into the back garden. There's big plans you could do to just open up the whole space.
Okay.
Excellent. I think you have to think about it with your own furniture in it, and you have to forget that there's a table in here and things like that, and you have to think where you'd put your own bits and pieces.
I mean, the layout of this house is something you're going to have to kind of get on
Quirky.
board with.
Okay.
Let's go along the sausage.
Okay.
The mystery property is mainly laid out on one level, but Simon and Katie may still need a map to find their way around the warren of rooms. On the other side of the entrance hall is a generous kitchen.
This is lovely.
No, this is nice.
Could you imagine this working socially?
I think so.
Well, for me, the island becomes a focal point that people will gravitate to when you're preparing food. So
That would work really well.
And then on the other side of this wall, there's a very nice sort of sitting room. So we were thinking that if you wanted to make it open plan, you could possibly knock through and sort of double the size of this.
it's giving and giving and giving a bit more.
Simon's right. Leading off the kitchen is a utility area and pantry. At the far end, yet another hallway continues through the rest of the house, where French doors in this sitting room lead to the garden. All told, there are 5 bedrooms, including a large double bedroom for their guests, along with a spacious family bathroom. There are 3 more double bedrooms, one currently used as a gym, which should go down well with fitness fan Katie. Upstairs provides space for an office and a 5th bedroom, which is set in the eaves.
While we're at this end, I'd like to take us up these stairs, which takes us to the master bedroom.
Okay.
I can see they're trying to get their head around the layout. Hopefully it will all come together when they see their sleeping quarters.
Yeah,
pretty.
it's really nice.
Really pretty. Plenty of space.
I was concerned about head height.
Not here.
No.
No.
So you've got a little dressing area here with like windows on that side, and then you've got a quite nice ensuite with a bathtub, no shower.
No, that's lovely.
No, it's really nice.
And I like the fact that this is actually quite separate from the other bedrooms as well.
Despite good reactions to inside, I know the outside package is just as important to our house hunters.
So it wraps all the way around. There's a very nice sort of woodland area on the other side with a stream.
I can see actually straight away how this garden would work for what we would like to do with it, straight away.
Your hot tub, for example, you placed that?
Yep, straight up there. Yep, yep, straight up there.
Catch the evening sun.
Evening sun, a couple of raised beds down there, the seating area around the corner,
Beautiful.
beautiful. Oh, and barbecue just outside the door.
One thing you'll need to know, of course, is the price.
Yes.
I'm scared about this because I really like this and I think it's going to be out of reach, and I'm going to plump for £525,000.
I'm going to go a little bit less because of the location. It's a little bit further north. I'm going to say 495.
This is on the market for dead on £500,000.
Okay,
Okay.
right.
So it's right at the top of your budget, but you seem to like it. So that's good.
absolutely.
and nothing really to do.
So exciting. So why don't you go in armed with that knowledge and explore, because there's a lot to take in this house, and really get your pens and paper out and think about where you're going to put everything and
Okay, thank you.
enjoy.
Okay, thank you.
This gorgeous mystery house is bang on Simon and Katie's budget. It would give them 5 bedrooms, 2 sitting rooms, an enormous double garage, a beautiful large garden, so ample space for when family and friends descend. It's a 30-minute drive to Simon's work. The question is, will all these pros outweigh the remote location?
Nice big garage. I think this is more what you were looking for in terms of a garage workshop.
No, there's plenty of space for workbenches, for the bike. That's a really good size.
Spot on. Complete wow factor. I looked across, saw the double garage, saw the house spreading across the grounds and thought, this is amazing. It goes on forever. There are so many rooms and the space is unbelievable. It really is brilliant.
I was a bit confused about the layout, and it took a little while wandering around to actually work out how we would live in this house. And it didn't take very long to actually change things around a little bit to make it work for us, and actually it would really work very well.
Wow, it's a real sun trap here at the front of the house, which is good for me, and I think good for them. You like it, no?
Yeah.
Right, I don't want you to have any decisions right now, because I'm going to take you away, we're going to have a drink, and then we can talk about all the houses. Is that okay?
Okay.
Absolutely.
Follow me.
On Shropshire's high ground are the rolling Shropshire Hills, a protected area of outstanding natural beauty. The area's been farmed for hundreds of years. While traditional family farms here are declining, small holdings are increasing. At the northeast end of the Long Mynd is Middle Farm, a small holding run by Sam Gray, who gave up her high-pressure job in London and escaped to the country with her 2 children in search of a different way of life. Part of a growing trend in the UK, many families are now embracing a countryside existence and run their own small holdings, breeding animals and growing vegetables. Sam farms 5 acres and specialises in rare breeds. She embarked on her new life 8 years ago.
I went on a pig keeping course, blew me away, and so I came home and said, oh, I want to have some pigs, and that was it. So then I decided on the British lot and have never looked back. Just over 2 years ago, I invested in my sheep.
So it was the sort of escape to the country dream?
Yes, it was. We'd had chickens before, but never pigs and sheep, and certainly not on this scale.
When she's not looking after her children or managing the menagerie, Sam runs holiday lets and grows a wide range of vegetables which her guests can pick.
The holiday cottages have been, up until recently, the main source of income. The competition's tough out there.
So what do you offer? What's your added bonus?
My added bonus here, clearly on the farm, is that they can pick their own vegetables that I grow for them. We've got eggs that they can buy, we've got bacon and sausages and lots of chops and various cuts of meat.
She's keen to teach others how real food is produced and how the quality of what we eat is influenced by how we treat the animals.
Noisy little blighters.
They are.
Let's shut them up.
Silence is golden.
So these are piglets.
Yeah, they're about 4 months old.
Now tell me about the breed. What are these ones?
So they're British Lop, from the Lop ear.
You know, is there a particular benefit in having these lops? Do they taste different?
Oh, they do. It's an exceptional flavour. But you have to get the feedback. As a smallholder like myself, you know, I started with 3 pigs, but it was feedback from customers that said, oh my goodness me, we've not had pork like this for a very long time, if ever, in some cases. Should we go and let them out? Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Absolutely. Let's go now.
Pigs outside. Go on, piggies. Woohoo! Piggy heaven. Ah, oh, oh.
And off they go.
There you go. They seem very happy out here.
Oh, they are. They're having a wonderful time now.
Can I ask, are you very happy here? Is it everything that you dreamt of?
Yes, it is. It is absolutely beautiful. It's a very grounded way of living. It's very different to the cosy, sort of wrapped up way that, you know, most of us, and indeed myself, were used to beforehand. It changes your perception, I think.
So life-affirming to see how Sam's commitment to developing her small holding provides for her family's needs and gives her real fulfilment.
Oh, it's roasting hot here in Shropshire, and that's not just the sun, but also the temperature of this house hunt, as I'm off to find out what Katie and Simon really think about the houses we showed them. You two have kept us on tenterhooks all week because you're very enthusiastic about all the houses, but we were never sure about which one you actually liked. So, spill the beans. Was there a favourite?
I think we liked all of them, really, didn't we?
In their own way, each one was
really, really good.
yeah, lovely.
House number 2, beautiful.
It's a lovely house.
Lovely house, lovely garden. You could see all the rooms working.
If we were to go for that house, we think that that would be our, if you like, planning forward, our penultimate buy. Oh. So there would possibly be another house at some point in the future. And
then you threw us a curveball.
As we do.
House number 3.
You called it the mystery house. You hit the nail right on the head. Loved it.
Loved it.
However,
You said you loved it.
However, it might be our forever house.
So the mystery house is the winner?
The winner of the forever house scenario. So our plan of action is to go away, to make sure, just take some time. And I'm talking
24
tonight,
hours.
24 hours, with a view to making an offer on the mystery house.
Hooray! An offer, wonderful.
But we have a plan B. If we weren't successful in that, then we would look to pursue house number 2.
Another offer. so we're double locked into you putting an offer into one of our houses.
It just says that the houses that you showed us were that good, that we feel that there's more than one option.
The offer will go in tomorrow.
So exciting.
Won't it?
Yes, dear.
Well, it's been a real pleasure. I'm sure you'll move up here, and it's been a real fun week, so thanks.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
I think that's the first time ever, certainly in my years of presenting Escape to the Country, that we've had not one but 2 offers at the end of the show. Although, of course, I understand that promising you're going to buy a house to me over a glass of sparkling water is not the same as going into the estate agent and actually signing the contract. But it's written in the stars that Simon and Katie are coming to Shropshire, and I sincerely hope they'll buy one of our houses. And I sincerely hope that you will join us next time for more Escape to the Country.
And I'm delighted to say that Simon and Katie did go back to the mystery house and put in an offer which was accepted. We wish them the very best with their move. If you'd like to escape to the country in England, Wales, Scotland or Northern Ireland and would like our help, apply online at bbc.co.uk/beonashow.